guys. Greetings and welcome to Die Drug and Die presents the Grimstone Chronicles Season 1, Episode 40. I'm your demon host, I'm your demon host, Marty, joined by the Ontario crew.
Today.
Yeah, that's good.
I got some spares right here.
Yeah, there's the Freudian slip there. Marty's skin suit's been taken over by demons. What are you going to do about it? You're all the way to Ontario. All right. What you going to do?
Build a fork out of my bodies of my good character. All right.
How is everyone doing on this fine Saturday?
Good.
Pretty good.
Yeah?
Just stuffed my face with fries and a burger. So I'm pretty happy right now.
So you're going to take a nap? You're all ready for a nap?
I was concerned about that, so I got myself a sizable Pepsi.
Okay.
Pepsi.
Yep. I've got
Cola of choice for heroes.
caffeine.
Think about it, Pepsi. This could happen every week.
We've got dozens of people in here. Demon host.
Roll the 20. Oh my gosh.
Wither, thanks for your sub, man. Appreciate it. Your support is appreciated.
Yep. We're week 3 into a body weight cut that is ongoing. So week 2 is the shitty week. The first week, your body is like, "Hey, you must be doing something tough. You're camping or something. You don't eat right. What's wrong with you?" And then week 2, your body's like, "Stop this, you jackass." Week 3 is where your body sort of adapts and goes, "Okay, all right, I understand what's happening. You are bad at your job, and you apparently are poor, so no food for me for an extended period of time." And it stops giving you it's not just overloading your brain with you start to get dreams. So I had a really heavy workout on Friday, and I hit a deadlift PR. I did some heavy squats. It was a good day. Picked 600 pounds off the floor. Felt good. Strong. But what led into that was I was dreaming of egg fried rice because I wanted to have an excuse to eat a bunch of rice. So I was dreaming of it. I actually woke up early because it's I can't sleep. I need to have egg fried rice. So I woke up early to do this, and then I made the shittiest white boy, "You fucked it up. What's wrong with you? Nasty pile of mush." There's too much soy sauce, and the rice was the wrong texture, and don't know where the eggs went. There's 6 eggs in the bowl, but I couldn't find any of them. They just evaporated. I don't know. Just a pile of mush with freezer bird frozen carrots and peas. And I enjoyed every bite of it. It's
delicious as you pour it into your mouth.
I've done one diet, and it worked. But the only thing my body ever said to me is, "Where's my sugar?" I will make you yell at your family till you give me sugar. I actually caught myself one time. My daughter came up to me, and she was going to ask him. She went, "Mark," and the only thing that came out of my mouth was no. I didn't even hear the request. It was just no.
Nope.
I'm miserable. You're gonna be miserable.
Yeah, it was not my best parent.
Ahmed, tell us what's going on in your world. Happy news.
I had a baby. Well, my wife had the baby. I was the cause, but she had it. And it is back home now with us, and she's here with us too, and everyone's good, and everyone's happy.
Did she yell at you?
You're the reason for. So in movies when a woman's giving birth and her husband, she's squeezing her husband's hand, and he's we're "Oh!" And you're like, that's not real. No, that shit is real. She held my hand so tight. It was like the red marks and what. It was there for an hour, and I couldn't feel my hand. I was like, "How did you get this strong?" But I didn't say it. I was like, "Yeah, no problem," and I cried in the corner on my own. It was amazing, and that we were awake for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. all Tuesday, and then like right when I was going to bed around Titan's Gift, I was like, oh, I should really call it a. Ding! We get in the hospital. All right, then. Here we go.
Yeah, I was online. I was.
As I was torturing Luke's character.
Yeah. I just,
Yeah,
I just happened to look at the phone again, like, because I was playing a game at the same time I was listening, and I just see Ahmed just wrote "baby time." Gotta go, baby time. I'm like,
see you guys in sometime. That was good. It was
awesome.
3 days of a week pain, but it was fun. Yeah, never gonna do that shit.
I don't think you should say it was fun in front of your wife, because I don't think you thought it was fun.
Do you need to open pickle jars for your wife?
Do I what?
Do you open pickle jars, or do you open jars at home?
Yeah.
Now you can say you don't need.
You shouldn't need
Say,
to.
I don't need to. You pick up this box.
Just summon that motherly strength.
Use your baby strength. You got this.
Second thought, especially if there's no more kids planned, for the sake of your junk, I probably would just avoid the topic and just open the jar.
Oh yeah.
Probably better.
No, I fear for my safety more now.
Oh, that's funny.
That grip around my neck, it's gonna stay there.
She can kill me.
Sleep. Yeah, sleep with one eye open.
So how you been?
Who, me?
Mark.
Oh yeah, I'm just still recovering from the fucking 10 days of smoke. My body's decided to hack it all up, and it's coming out in the forms of like allergy symptoms and fatigue and just basically aches and pains. Yeah. So like I got up today after 10 hours of sleep, ate something, and then took a nap before game. I was up for an hour, and I went back to bed for 2. And here I am. Yeah, there's something wrong, and I think it's the 10 days of stupidity in my apartment with all the smoke and everything.
Once all this other stuff is over and travel can happen again, we could do a different kind of 10 days of stupidity.
Well, yeah, like where you know why you have a headache and why you're tired, why your bowels have been knocked out of sync, and yeah, exactly.
Jeez, Marty's special pizza.
Yeah. Let's just recover from this one, and then back at work and stuff like that too, right? So
Yeah.
Let's do a recap of what happened. I don't know how far back we need to go. I think we're going to go back a couple of games at least.
We are killing everybody who's wronged us.
Capra and Cog track the retreating kobolds to a lair in the sewers beneath the Six Corners neighborhood. The party returns to the Steel Rose Mill to rest after a long evening of battles. Last game, 2 games ago, Mudberry Dirthorn. After resting, the party sneaks into the sewers to launch an assault on the kobold lair in search for prisoners taken from the Sylvan Acres. Inside, they find a strange idol to a draconic deity. The party finds the remnants of sacrifices before the idol. Last game, Tendriculus. The party battles their way through the sewer lair in search for captives taken from the Sylvan Acres. They encounter a priestess named Frula, cohort of Langdedrossa. English?
Optional.
Yeah, no, I fixed it. Agony finds a strange unholy symbol. Amadeus discovers that the taste of brains is appealing. The party battles the jailer, an aberrant horror with many tendrils. Of the captives, Delthan and Nighthorn, only one remains. And it was Nighthorn. Nighthorn's DR kept him alive from the sturges that were eating the captives. So after you guys left the sewer lair, I forget. I know that you guys quickly made your way through the Southwall District to not to the Steel Rose Mill in its current state, but you went to the Covensward Orrery to go visit Coven of One.
Yeah, and I believe we did it via the sewers because we know the route.
Yep. And then did you bring Nighthorn with you?
I believe the answer to that is yes.
Okay,
He
so
was-
Nighthorn is with you right now. All right.
Yep.
Let me find his token,
I'm
and
having a dum-dum.
I will add it to the map. It was a couple weeks ago, or maybe 3.
I'm having. It's more fundamental than that. I didn't boot map tools.
The basics of playing this game have not occurred yet.
There's Nighthorn.
I was busy looking at the old YouTube video.
Yeah.
Wait, of course I got it open. I'm looking at map tools right now.
You know what? I've done the same thing on Twitch. Like I'm watching on Twitch, and I'll go, "Okay, I'll move my character," and for like half a second, I'm like, "Why won't I?" And I click on it.
Yeah. I've done that.
Oh, I'm an idiot.
Oh, I've responded to you guys while watching.
Yes.
Missing sessions, listening to you play, and then absentmindedly answering questions in conversation.
Yeah.
Like responding like you're in the game. Like
Yeah,
you're there.
Cog's going to. I wonder what I'm going to do, guy. Oh,
Marty asking the universe what the rule is, and I'm responding. It's the rule stuff where my brain just auto goes, here's what I think the rule is.
It's because I'm missing my rules lawyer from the other game. Okay. Max is kind of the rules lawyer guy. He's pretty good with the rules. It's I am encountering, however, what their house rules in Max campaigns are.
You finding theirs.
I'm finding theirs where I'm like, I don't think that's how that works.
The game is so complex that everybody has house rules. Simplifications or assumptions are being made.
Or they just,
misunderstood and no one's checked it again and corrected
that's
it.
right. Yeah. Which it's like a house rule by mistake almost.
Yeah.
True.
Sorry, I'm going to interrupt for 1 second. If anyone, by the way, has not seen this week's episode of Titan's Gift, watch it. What Marty did to Luke's character.
Oh,
that was awesome, dude. That was.
I threw a boon to the party. I was like, "Do something, make it stop."
I was like, "What the hell, man? Where did this guy?"
So, could Marty?
Yeah.
For people who are watching this on YouTube who aren't doing this real time, what number is that episode that is being referenced?
Yeah, the episode that is being referenced is, and I feel I need to defend myself now. It was called Family Ties.
No. It was beautifully done.
If you want to go back to like the beginning of the scenario, Family Ties was season 2, episode 32. The House Has Good Bones was episode 31 of season 2. A Slice of Life. Actually, we could go back to the. This is like the climax of a 4-game mini plot, where the professor goes back home to his haunted manor and reunites with his family. But you got to understand, the professor is such an easy character to kind of like get into trouble. He's the type that goes, "Don't open this." Like somebody would say, "Don't open the spooky book because it will curse you." You'd like pan over. He'd already be like reading half of it, kind of like he opens
he would be
everything
in his grandfather's coffin reading the spooky book.
Right. That's kind of what it was like. I didn't even have to like make anything overly.
Yeah,
I didn't have to make the temptation, because the temptation is he wants answers and he will take the quickest route to get to the answers, and he just, that's his character. So his character
Nobody tried to contact the crystal.
His character got served by a vampire, not his fault. His own wife's flesh, because he was the vampire wanted him to realize his family's legacy of like corruption and evil, and cannibalism is in kind of like a D&D sense.
Does he have a
Also,
family?
What's that?
Does he have ghouls in his family?
Well, he fought a bunch of ghoulish relatives in the basement of the house. He also accidentally sacrificed his mother's soul to the Trifold Pact of evil beings. And
the look on everyone's face when you said, it's your mother's voice. Everyone was like, what the fuck?
Contact the crystal.
They didn't even try to contact the soul inside the crystal. It's like, okay, all right.
I believe someone's comment was, well, let's hope for the best.
Yeah, right. They're in like the worst place possible. You realize your family's a bunch of like evil demon worshippers or something. Like they worship something that was really bad, and that your grandfather might be in charge of like the destruction of entire mini worlds. like that's what they learned, and that the remnants of the house that regenerate slowly. And
So
yeah.
I have a.
Anyways,
I'm gonna
he
catch up on
got screwed over like 3 times, but ultimately it came down to him swearing a pact to some unknown being.
Yes. It was highly entertaining.
So entertainment aside,
Yeah.
it's the end of September. Halloween is coming. Could
No,
you
no,
go
no, no, no,
fuck
no.
them instead of
No,
fucking us this time?
no,
Are you
no
saying
more.
you don't want any Halloween adventures? I thought tonight might be the Halloween adventure.
No.
Because
Oh,
Mark
baby's coming. Hold on,
has,
I
because
gotta
we're sharing DM stick, and Mark, I went into your section and grabbed Mr. Jitters' stats and moved him to my
Oh
section.
fuck no! Why?
Oh,
Why?
wait a sec. We are doing a okay. This counts as a Halloween adventure
one.
because
Oh,
made
no.
you Mark made him. It's going to be bullshit. Awesome.
Mark's gonna fight him.
No.
Dugan versus Jitters 1-on-1. Who's King Faye?
No. No, the reason I didn't say, "Hey, Marty, go check out Mr. Jitters. I made one." I didn't say that, and I did that.
No, but you introduced him.
Well, but you made one.
You made him.
Everything else in that sentence, like everything else in that premise, is real.
Don't
There's
worry,
one thing that
I
didn't
changed
happen.
around his magic items, so I
Okay.
found some other things.
Oh, that doesn't sound better at all, though. I'll be honest with you.
No,
We're going to be having to save versus fear a lot.
it's worse.
Good.
Anyways, yeah, let's get back to this. So the group of heroes climbs through the sewers in the Southwall Districts to hide in what they deem a safe place in the Coven's Word Orrery, under the watchful eyes of Coven of One.
This orrery is the equivalent to being behind the fridge in an apartment building for a cockroach. We are behind the fridge. It is safe behind the fridge. Is it safe for a cockroach? Not really. But when you're in an apartment, the cockroach behind the fridge isn't a huge problem. Now, cockroach out in the wilderness, all sorts of shit will get you.
Yeah.
But when you're behind the fridge, you're pretty safe.
She comes kind of tootling out of the back room, kind of shuffling out, complaining about her hips, as all of you are climbing up through the sewers into the main orrery area. This is just still that same night. You guys are all injured and like tired from your battle in the Kobold Lair. Nighthorn's with you. She eyes all of you and she kind of sniffs a little bit. Ugh. I thought I smelled something.
Oh yes. You apologize. Scent must be a little bit off.
Not unexpected. I assume a lot of this noise is your doing. And you can hear like people still riding and yelling in the streets and
Well,
a remote explosion.
So, most of that really isn't us, but then there's some of it that you could say is partly related to us, but it's really not. No, you can say it's not. No, I'd say no, nothing to do with us.
Kevin's like, yeah, it was us. Pretty much.
She gives Kev a narrow-eyed look.
It has been a very strange 24 hours.
That is the thing about law. Law tries to entangle, ensnare, encompass, contain, keep out chaos. But every once in a while, it needs to blow a gasket.
Well, I think this is really a problem with leadership. The sheriff probably needs to do a better job sheriffing. Yeah.
Yes.
You know,
Tell that to a Modron.
do you know, Modron?
Not personally. That's the point. The best law in their eyes. Many do they have? Some few. Is the law that is anonymous? Impersonal? Universal? Crushing?
Question. Does the law know anything about a big blue dragon that's not supposed to be around here?
Yeah, we saw a big, huge dragon in the area.
You see a dragon? Where? And she's looking instead of like looking around, she's looking at all of you.
It was by the castle where the Fey were.
That's like a little dragon with
She-
2 legs. This is a big dragon.
She taps her her center eye and she's casting a spell.
Spellcraft?
You can, yeah, if you want to know. DC 27.
Well, 36.
Yep, not 20. Nice. Yeah, Sunny, she just cast True Seeing. And she's having a look at the party.
Oh shit!
She
is keeping an eye on her to see what she thinks of.
she glances at the Fae that are like that have rested on like an orb of the orrery. She glances up at them. Hi, Covenant One. Yeah, she looks at Cog. She more looks at like your gem and less your body. She looks at Slake. Kind of moves on to Kev. She lingers for a while and then she kind of she just gives like a little derisive snort. Yeah, she looks at Capra and kind of looks at Amadeus. She cocks her head a little bit off to the side. She looks at Amadeus, but then moves on to Agony.
Now closely paying attention to what she sees when she looks at Mulberry.
She stops for a moment at Agony, and then she kind of like waves a thought away, almost like that's not dragon enough, or maybe or something like that. She
big dragon.
She looks at Mulberry. We have a new one amongst you. No dragons here.
No. It was
except for Agony. Agony is not our dragon.
Yeah, but Agony isn't. Well, he's not little, but he's not like big, and he's not blue, and we know where he is. I'm looking for big and blue, and I want to know where it is. Not right here, right now.
She doesn't really respond to Agony being a real dragon or not. She's now picking up a small syringe, or actually a pin from a pin pillow. When she puts that one back and pulls out a cold iron one by the sheen.
Who's getting pricked?
Send the new one over.
It's best just to go along with it, buddy.
Enigmatic Coven of One. It has been some time since we have met. Yes. Just step forward.
Doesn't hurt that much.
Hold out your hand. It won't hurt much. He puts out his hand. She pricks his thumb. He kind of pulls back his hand. And she's more concerned about the blood on the end of the needle, and she is putting it into a little petri dish. New divinations? She looks at Mulberry for a reaction. He's sucking on his thumb. I see that I've paid my tax.
She's going to study your blood. It'd be interesting to compare that of yours to Capra's for the dinar.
Wonderful. He seems to not be interested in Coven of One's nonsense.
So, all right. You're tired, and you are kind of. Do we still have like strength damage, or do we clear all that?
I
can't
think there are
remember.
some conditions and things that are on your tokens, but I grabbed these tokens from a different map. So a night's rest will get rid of it. I don't remember negative levels or anything like that.
I know. I thought we had some.
I think you have a lot of strength damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we got a bunch
Slake
of
is actually going over to
No.
a corner, and he basically powers down. Like,
Hey, are you okay, buddy?
Capper goes over, kind of, hey, gives him a bit of a shove. He falls like on his heels, slamming to the ground, like stiff as a board, and just stays there.
Cog will take a look at him.
Cog, you've seen him do this once before. While he was on watch, while the constructs were on watch after the battle of the Steel Rose Mill, when you guys were resting in the
Oh
warehouse,
yeah. Okay, yeah.
he shut down for about an hour and he was just able to get rid of wounds, similar to how you are able to tap into some alchemy that you prepare. But you suspect that this is more the nature of Iron Golem, maybe.
His type of construct.
Capra's gonna grab a big ratty scroll and lay it across him like he's a hobo. Just sort of.
Okay.
Here's your parchment blanket.
Here's your blanket to keep you warm.
Kevin's gonna adjust it. You gotta leave one leg out.
Is he broken?
Sonny, do you want this back
he's fine.
now?
Excuse, huh?
You hear Mistress Bell.
I would.
Here you go. I'm sorry about Mister. That bad thing ran over her.
Oh, Mistress still with us. He's holding a bloody clump of hair. She'll come back to us. I'm certain of it.
Oh, that's good. We got a game of checkers to finish.
Be nice.
Well, I guess you could have played checkers because she was int 3 and you could speak to her.
What? I like winning.
What is Dugan's int?
It's like, I think it's 12.
Okay. All right.
He doesn't enjoy a challenge. He's not that guy.
Big little man. Okay. Funny.
Because they are easy, not because they are hard.
Agony speaks up. He says, we should probably set a watch.
Yeah.
Well, I suspect it is safe from certain things here. And he glances over at Covenant 1. Other things might go underneath her notice.
Of course. It is... I don't believe there's any place that is safe currently. This is the safest I know.
Yep, it sounds pretty bad out there.
Well, sometimes you just gotta wait for people to do their job.
Mulberry looks over at Capra and says, I might step out for a minute.
Alright. You need, like, supporting and the stepping and the...
He nods.
If you need some help, I can help you guys out.
Overwatch might do.
Alright. Capra will follow.
I need to speak to one of my fae.
Sorry, didn't catch that. Did you want Kev to come along with you, or?
It looks like he's just stepping outside. Like he doesn't look like he's going very far.
Oh.
Alright, you've got a like a smoke stick or something that you?
Yeah. Do any of you have a sending spell?
I'm really more of a druid than a priest, so I can tell trees shit. I can send you a carrier pigeon.
All right, I've got contacts nearby. I can put out a message.
Surprisingly, how painful the sending, not being part of the druid list, makes Sunny like, oh god, it's so late.
All right, so Mulberry ends up going to a nearby shop. He eventually convinces the shopkeeper to come out of the barricaded shop to talk to him. The shopkeeper takes a message from Mulberry. You don't know what the shopkeeper is going to do with it, but Mulberry says
Capra's gonna do a sense motive of the shopkeeper and shopkeeper's intentions. It's in 32. I rolled 2 died in both 20s.
The shopkeeper was surprised to see Mulberry, but looked like he might be obligated or perhaps just willing to help. The shopkeeper doesn't. He seems resigned to helping, but annoyed that it's happening during this dangerous time.
Okay.
The shopkeeper is an older man, but he ends up sending a younger, either worker or maybe relative, to kind of act as a runner. The boy is given a note with some instructions, and you catch the guy, the boy, leaving the building.
Okay.
It'll take a few hops to get there.
Capra's gonna chuck the boy a expeditious retreat.
Okay. He seems a little startled when you stop him.
Hey. If you need to run away from something, drink this. You'll go real quick.
Okay.
Lasts for 3 minutes.
It's dangerous out there.
Yep. Real quick. Real quick.
Oh, am I not looking at the hero point thing? Give me a second.
Are we each getting those 2 points again? Or is that night over?
No.
It's that adventure, as far as I'm concerned.
DM and channel points. There's one. Oh, that feels bad. Apparently, I didn't spend my hero point. I'm going to give it to one of you guys. Ahmed, you're 1. Adam, you're 2. Mark, you're 3. Ahmed, there you go.
Yeah. Oh, nice. I think I'm actually dry on hero points, so I really appreciate that.
I think everyone's
I
dry.
have one still.
No, everyone.
Nope, we're all dry.
You're all dry.
Good.
Are we? Oh, God.
Perfect.
Oh, no.
All right, Ahmed, you have the least excuse to die.
Oh, great. Great. Thanks, Adam. 2 hours later. All my characters are dead.
Okay, it is a couple of hours later. Mulberry's just sort of sitting on the steps when a fairy does flutter up to him. You hear it but don't see it. Mulberry. You know what? I forget the names of his 3 fae.
I know this is
1, 2, 3.
They are somewhere. Like they are.
Yep.
I don't think I took notes of that discussion. Maybe it's in world building with the...
Let me just grab another pixie.
That's okay.
Oh, that one's awesome. Okay. We'll give her the feyest name ever, Sylvia.
Hey, Drake.
Drake.
Hey, Drakester.
She may not have been one of the original fairies.
Tree.
Yeah,
She's a new hire.
could be a new hire, or maybe a fairy that.
I'm assuming having like your female fae called Sylvia is like, sure, yes, I'm John. Greetings, I am. What's your name? John.
Okay, she might be some sort of half pixie, half atomi. She's very small for a pixie and quite large for an atomi. She does appear on a lamppost that is not lit, like somebody. It looks like they cracked they cracked the glass in it long ago.
I got your message, Mulberry. Things are dire.
Yes, my nephew and his friends were able to rescue me from the clutches of the blue dragon attack.
Yes, many have died in Green Rest, as well in the Sylvan Acres. Between that and the battles against, well, other gangs.
What has happened with Mr. Jitters?
Many of the Fae decided to follow him, or follow to meet him, while they were battling the monsters of Skugart Junction. They did not make it to the Steel Rose Mill. The Skugart. I don't think they could tell which Fae faction from another.
Lucky for some. Mulberry looks at Capra, and maybe even the spying Zank. Yep. Decide you're spying on the conversation. Are you keeping watch or something? Or Amit?
Sorry.
Are you spying on the conversation?
Oh, I didn't know there was a window. Actually, I just stood up. I took a perch up here with a bow.
Okay, so you can hear the conversation.
Oh, right on.
Mulberry glanced in that direction, though.
In my direction?
Yeah.
So
I do not know where Mr. Jitters went. However, some of the red caps that were in that force did survive, as well as 2 of 3 of the bogeymen. They have retreated north. They snuck through several neighborhoods. I believe they are licking their wounds, the place of autumn.
In the graveyard.
Yes. It is called the Lane of Rustling Leaves. It is a grove where the leaves are always dying.
So do they have any innocence with them?
What do you mean, Capra? What do you mean? None of us.
Did they go by themselves?
None of us are innocent.
I'll play it by ear.
How many?
Perhaps a half dozen red caps, 2 bogeymen, maybe others. It is a known place for his faction to dwell.
So that's part of the Grave District, or is it just part of The
It is in the graveyard, yes. The Cryptgarden.
well, perfect.
Interesting. 2 bogeymen.
Yes, they are hard to kill.
He looks worried.
Where's Mr. Jitters?
I did not see him. He is... he will likely be in and around his men. Unless he is in other business. These are all the loyal people he has in this region.
All right.
He's talking more to Nighthorn.
Yep.
We're gonna take care of the problem, and you're gonna go take care of the other problem. Figure out how to do all the politics stuff from the thing where Jitters, assuming we don't fuck it up, is less around than he is right now. Right now he's kind of around, hopefully less around.
Have you...
So you go tell them about whatever they need to tell. He died to the Screwgarg or whatever you want. You figure out that part.
The thing is, in order for that to work, we need to alleviate people's concerns that he is indeed dead.
So, what do you want? Like, head? Tooth? Fingernail?
You mean nuts?
Does he have any distinct features? Like
His face? Have you seen the token?
You'll know him by his demonic smile.
All right.
There's a problem. Bogeyman can kill even Fey with just a look.
They can, excuse me?
Bogeymen can kill you with fears, your own fears. They can look at you and your own fears turn against you.
Oh no, agony.
He's the red dragon, but he's the one who got burned. Oh, it's so bad.
Okay.
Yes, they are difficult to fight. Not only are they grim opponents, not only can they rend you when you do not see them, they can turn your fears into death. They have killed many. 2 bogeymen are bad. Jitters is worse.
What does Jitters do?
He is the uber bogeyman.
Fucking Mark.
I'm sorry, he was supposed to stay hidden. I made him, and then I said, no, it's too much. I won't.
And Marty found the toy and has been playing around with it. and great.
I'll adjust this, I'll adjust this, I'll adjust this.
Yeah, in my ass.
There is no known way to do it.
No, there are ways to keep that at bay, but I'm not sure if our companions have them. Perhaps.
We've got stuff for spooks. We've got some things to help with spooks.
This
You're saying it's a spooky thing?
this
I think priests do something about like
Wither.
dying.
I love it. Hugh for human. That is going to be the Fey nickname, the derogatory nickname for humans. Is going to be Hugh.
Yeah, Wither King's comment. Yeah, that's hilarious.
Hugh.
Hughes at the door.
I apologize to my friend Hugh. I have a friend Hugh that we used to play a game with, but
you're Hugh.
Hugh.
I like that.
Your old Hugh in there, he says. He's some sort of spellcasting prodigy, is he not?
He's pretty good at it.
Okay, Nighthorn nods, almost like he's pleased that his reports are true. like he knows about you guys. Not that he spent much time with you
No,
guys, but
if you're talking to the Imperials, he's an old man who doesn't know what he's doing and might poop himself.
yep. Also, during the true seeing, Covenant 1 didn't look at Sunny.
It's not worth it.
Fuck you.
Perhaps we should go and speak to them to see if you have ways. I would not send you against Jitters if you did not have a way to protect yourself against this fear.
We will need to come up with something.
Capra doesn't know what Sunny is capable of casting. Death Ward is a 5th circle druid spell.
Okay.
So Sunny can't. Sunny can do it from scrolls and shit, but he can't just.
So Mulberry comes back in. This is in the middle of the night. Slake is still powered down because he's slowly regenerating strength damage. The power is actually through Forsaker and not through Iron Golem. No, it's Forsaker thing. It's called Recuperating Coma. He can restore an ability damage 1 per hour in his Recuperating
cool.
Coma. Yeah,
It's pretty good.
I mean, if I had the option between that or like a lesser restoration or 2, I would take the lesser restoration or 2.
right.
Oh, I'll be crazy.
You're not Slake. Just, I don't know what to tell you.
How many doses of hero or of greater heroism do we have left?
Is this Capra asking
Didi?
Okay. Didi fell asleep making tear-soaked pictures of Mistra.
Oh,
Yeah,
you do watercolors.
That's
Watercolors. Oh, that's funny right there. Not that somebody's like, you know.
From now on, that's just what we call it. She's painting with watercolors right now.
Oh, so
Leave her alone.
She wakes up.
What? Well, how much of the special wine do we have left?
Oh, the agony juice.
The agony juice. Yeah, the agony juice.
She's all tired and she let it slip. Let me see. I'm looking at her character sheet. The wine bottle of Hero's Feast has 8 doses left in it.
I thought we had a greater heroism one. Or am I confused? Hero's Feast should also do it. Am I confused? I thought we had a potion of greater heroism.
No, that's the Hero's Feast.
Yeah, okay.
Which gives you a +4 morale bonus against fear.
Right. Which I think is the equivalent of a Death Ward. Death Ward does not give you strength.
Why?
It's early enough morning that you guys can all kind of like rustle awake to be part of the conversation.
Okay. So we need to not be. Don't. It's gonna be okay. But we've got some boogeymen and a jitter man. We know where they are, and they're away from people, and they're kind of holed up. So it's like the perfect time. But we need to not be spooked, because instead of running away, you die. So don't get spooked to death.
Does anyone have really high ranks in knowledge nature?
I do.
Cog?
Cog does.
Right.
I mean, well, I don't, what's your definition of really high?
The word bogeyman and spooked came up. Give me a roll.
Nature. Oh, it's +14.
Aid me.
+14. Yeah, I aid you.
Okay, +20.
Let's see if the sod can help you.
31.
Okay. Sunny has an idea of what this fear by looking at you actually means.
Phantasmal killer, bat a glance or something? Is Adam's like eternal guess?
Sod just looks at Covenant One. Do you know what the hell they're talking about? All right.
Do you know what they're talking about?
Sitting on the thing.
You can, if you want, look at the spell.
How do I know the spell?
Hey, Government! Hey, Government! You know.
Oh, where the hell?
Okay, so Sunny's lost in thought, and Agony's like in front of Sunny, who's like staring at the wall or something. You sort of nodded off there for a moment. We should probably get this conversation about magic over with before Slake wakes up. I didn't know he slept.
Some kind of repairing thing he does. He did it before earlier.
He's just trying to trick me.
They scared
Not
you to death.
falling for it. Not painting your face!
Wait, what do you mean they scare you to death?
They scare you to death. So if it's an illusion that they produce that scares you to death, if you are of strong mind, you disbelieve the illusion.
Unfortunately, there's no one of stronger mind than me.
If you are
That's a lie.
of strong will, you
All right, I have some questions for you. Do they have to see you to do this trick? Can we blind them or stay invisible while we attack?
we would do best to protect our minds against
If we cannot.
assault. So things that remove fear from one's person should suffice. Although the effect is you'll die, so you probably would wish to remove it preemptively.
Dee Dee hears a bit of a flutter from Sylvia, and she goes, you could hear her fluttering over.
Hello? Hi, Dee Dee. Who's that? Sylvia. Oh, hi, Sylvia. What's going on?
They're having a conversation. The conversation quickly turns into that many people died in Sylvan Acres, and there's some sniffling and crying that follows.
Okay, so don't get scared. It's not real. We just need to know it's not real. If we know it's not real, then we don't just need to. It's not real. Don't be scared.
Best protection. You're a bard.
So what? The kobolds would have never attacked if the Fae never left for both the Bogeyman army and to go attack the Bogeyman army? I believe they would not have. And they wouldn't have attacked if Nighthorn was in charge, because Nighthorn would have protected the Sylvan Acres, but the Bogeyman didn't. That is right, Dee Dee. We were used like pieces of a game. We were sacrificed like pawns.
Well,
No, those little kobolds they paid for it.
I kind of appreciate the analogy a little bit, but I'm not the guy playing the game. I'm just a piece that takes other pieces. So I'm going to take other pieces.
And he points at Nighthorn, and
He's going to go win the game.
Nighthorn just politely nods to his nephew. He does not look at the other party members in the eye.
I'm done with that. Or,
I'm done with that. Yeah, go for it.
I don't know that we're all talking about the same game. But for the bogeymen, you want to protect your mind versus fear and illusion, if possible.
All right. So, what spells or magic do we need for that?
do we have enough?
It's rather simple to protect one from fear.
I mean, not for me. For he's pointing at Agony.
What?
Yeah,
Agony almost dares you to say it.
He does not. He does not.
You can see the muscles in his jaw flex as he's clenching.
So it will be a problem, but
Why don't we just buy these spells that we need? Scrolls. I can cast scrolls.
Says the Zank version of Desaad.
Find the scrolls and we can cast them if we need them, yes?
well, we have the ability to cast the basic protections. There are methods of immunizing.
That is better.
Yeah, that sounds better than protection.
Yes, agreed. I have decided.
Well, so if you have the ability to use telepathic powers, you could turn the beast upon the caster. But you need to have telepathy that you could use to communicate with the caster, I believe. So I believe protections are the most appropriate.
Okay, yeah, we could drink the juice.
Now, the juice does more than just... We could use a preemptive remove fear. I believe that is equivalent to the juice.
Yep.
So preemptive remove fears, but remember, it's not real, and be stout of body.
Uh-huh.
Think stout thoughts. Still not good.
Yeah, Mr. Jitters sounds bad.
Indeed.
That being said,
This is a new day, by the way.
It is on the cusp of a new day. You can start to prepare your spells.
Coven of
Okay.
One.
Thanks.
Yeah, you Coven of One is like nap. She fell asleep at her table where the blood samples were.
Do you have a scroll of telepathy?
Telepathy. Let's see. What level spell is telepathy?
6th. Although, what casting classes does she have? If she has medium, mesmerist, psychic, or spiritualist, it's a different level.
She's
I
got
think that's unlikely.
witch and diviner.
She's got witch and diviner. Okay, so it's a 6th circle divination.
and she can cast 6 circle spells. So this is within the realm of her having it. There's a 70% chance she has one.
Come on.
She looks at you like,
You
do you have a scroll of telepathy?
It provides an interesting tact against the bogeyman. The palea, there's bogeyman.
All right. You'll have to replace it with something else of equal or greater value.
She says, and she scoops up a dowsing rod and is now like dowsing around her orrery to try to find,
Bogan turns invisible.
to try to find her scroll. She ends up going into a back room with more of these giant pots with big scrolls in it. Blah, blah. She narrows it down to the right scroll bin and she empties it out and eventually finds the scroll. We'll say that there's a 20% chance there's some other scroll that someone scribed like on the same page. No, it's just the scroll of telepathy.
Okay,
Cast
I'm
a
going
level
to
of
Wish. Yes.
I'm going to replace it with a scroll of. I think the Hero's Feast is probably, or actually,
Does Hero's Feast stack with Heroism?
no.
And what does Hero's Feast provide that Heroism does not?
Temporary hit points.
Hero's Feast is a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, it's lots.
In terms of saves, though, because that's really it's a D8 plus 5 hit points. Like saves is what we're concerned with.
Yeah, you won't be shrugging it off, and you got 4 hit points left, will you?
No, I'm just looking at other boosts, like just.
No, I know.
While I know there's reasons to have a Hero's Feast in a quiver of scrolls,
You don't.
I'm
So
assuming.
don't give it to her.
I'm assuming I'll put it on the list of things to get. I'll replace it with the Hero's Feast scroll.
Okay.
Replace it with 3 scrolls of magic missile.
She ends up sitting in the room and looking through some of the scrolls. She tumbled onto the floor.
She's not reading her scroll. She knocked over her playing cards. Like...
Right.
All right. Who is an arcane caster who wishes to be attacked by boogeymen?
Sod Heights.
Zank has flown up to like one of these big planetoids and is hiding on the top of it.
The sword.
Shit.
You know how to take the form of Nighthorn. Sorry.
What was that?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
He didn't say nothing. It was. Don't worry about it. He said Mudhorn.
Oh, fuck buckets.
Hey, don't get nervous just because we could replace you any day we wanted to. No.
They
So
if with this scroll, if you can successfully harness your inner strength to control your fear, you can turn the fear upon the bogeyman. So you need to be something with which they want to fear you to death.
Yeah, and you'll have to be really annoying. I don't know if you could do that, Desaad.
He changes his voice. I'll try my best. Let's see if this will.
Grogan just.
Yeah, I think we've got our
Fuck, I have 1 hero points, not 2.
our sacrificial lamb.
Whatever nonsense is being thrown at us, if you succeed on your save, they have to now save against it.
I've got some spells that might be able to help. Some potions. Owl's Wisdom, Divine Favor. Sorry, and Heroism.
I've got divine favor scrolls here. Thanks, Sonny.
If we are mainly of concerned with the boogeymen themselves, the remove fear is the most effective.
Did I hear?
Other spells will be effective for generally.
Did I hear Dugan's voice in here?
I am here. I'm always around.
Your torturers did survive the battles, Snicker and Slice. They are amongst the 6 redcaps that have retreated.
I'm pretty certain that whole group got killed in the battles, and we're just off to go collect bodies. Yep. Damn those Skoogarg. Oh my lordy. Oh, they did things, and by 1001, oh my, all the Fey gods. Ooh, whew.
I'm confused. I thought you were gonna kill everything there. Yeah.
Nighthorn just puts a hand on Capra's shoulder reassuringly, like almost like congratulatory, like, yeah. That's...
Yes, you're finally the cycle I always wanted.
Finally bloomed, have you?
Okay, so we've got protections and we've got an immunity that could be a rebounding thing.
Oh, it's not an immunity. It is just you still have to overcome your fear. After you overcome your fear, you turn it upon your foe. You still need to overcome the fear.
Oh. Is this a spell that the boogeymen know, or is this more like a natural spell?
It's like a spell. It is at a glance. They just are very proficient at it.
But they didn't have to become wizards to cast a spell. This is something they do because they're Fey, right? Oh, yes. That's a problem.
What?
Depends how it's written in the character entry, because if it's written in the character entry properly, it should still be stuck at the level of the spell that it's replicating, because that's not half character.
Yeah, but Fey are very persuasive and have powerful personalities.
Aye, we are persuasive, handsome, intelligent, agile. Like a cat.
We're going to have to put lots of protections on.
Don't worry. There's one thing I do know. Is they're not true Fae. They don't have wings, so we're okay. Claps Capra on the back. Good for you.
Are these the boogeyman that came to take you away before they cut off your wings?
I don't know. I haven't seen these ones.
We'll just go with yes.
Yeah. Yeah, these guys have got it coming to them.
Yeah, there's none of them are good. Let's put it that way.
At a spiritual level, you're actually correct with that, Dugan. It would be very rare. So for preparations, we're going to want to see that which is unseen, and we are going to want to have our minds as well as our bodies protected, and we are going to want to have specifically protections against fear. And of course, cold iron weaponry.
Balls.
Does none of them teleport? Do they? That form of magics? Does anyone know?
I've never seen them teleport. I guess that doesn't mean they don't, though.
That would be frustrating.
I've seen one of the bogeymen, says Nighthorn, turn into mist and flow into the sewers.
Amadeus is fuck.
Do you have some kind of wind spell
They
Can you
can
throw them up in the air?
they can turn invisible. And once they are your enemy, you will never receive a good night's rest again.
That only goes. That's only if they don't die. I'm assuming.
Khan goes, not a problem.
Hey, for you.
Don't sleep that good anyway.
Does a +2 get through the cold steel? Do you need a +3?
You
How much time do we have?
definitely want cold iron weapons, or magic sufficient.
Does everybody have cold iron?
Cold iron. I have a cold iron masterwork blade.
I don't have any cold iron, but I might hit hard enough to get through anyway. I don't know though.
I've got to look up my
Does your
monk.
mental blast ever get like enchantment bonuses?
No, it's considered magic. That's it.
Oh, it never.
It never gets like silver or cold iron or anything like that. But the option is to shoot something that's cold iron, and you do less damage, but it'll be you do it in such a way that you do like basically D6 plus your charisma.
Mm-hmm.
Well, between myself, Amadeus, Lake, Capra, Dugan, Cog, I think we'll be able to lay some pain down upon them.
Well, thank you very much then.
Well, you're going to be out front being annoying. You're not there to be painful.
Well,
Try to kill him.
if Dugan uses, say, something else with cold iron damage reduction as the ammunition,
If you body clobber two things that are made out of have cold iron DR into one another.
Yeah, that's probably a neat idea.
okay, that'll work.
Well, the question is, can a creature with cold iron DR like trim its fingernails?
Technically,
The
something
answer
with
is
cold
yes.
iron DR can get through another creature's cold iron DR.
Okay.
So
With their
Alright,
claw attacks
so-
work against each other, so
Yeah, yeah.
body attack.
that's awesome.
So you have a fey in your
Dugan's like, I need to capture a bunch of little fey.
We need a fey rat, a English rat.
Just evil Dugan's got this quiver of little tiny fey all sort of lined up in it.
Quick, Raiden.
It's his gun of fairies.
Oh, that is vile. I
Quit
like.
your whining, you're going for a raid.
Dutch whistles to their tail, makes them funny noises. Marty's thinking. He's so adding that to his list.
Imps.
It's on a level of like the Emperor with the small people around him linked with chains to the Emperor armor, where if you do damage to the guy,
So,
it comes
There's
off one
a
of the.
comic book with a
Yeah. Evil
with
soft. I
baby
remember.
armor where a guy has like a bunch of babies strapped to him.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you going to do now? It's like a Punisher comic, but it's not
Yeah.
Punisher.
And make him cry.
Or whatever. It's like, what are you going to do now? Something like-
Right,
Yeah.
the human shield kind of concept, right? Like the I'm so
Yeah,
vile that
No, I remember. There was a picture of that armor with the. Oh yeah, it was just awful. You look at it and you're like, yeah, you're the main villain in any campaign, whether you like it or not.
the using someone else as the missile though.
That's-
It's like a baby step towards that, right?
It's on the way.
It's on the way.
The person who does that, when he goes, oh, now he learned how to use people as shields, like armor. People go, yeah, you're working on it.
Something, you know, I gotta-
Yeah, if you go into combat, use the people you're going to kill anyways to do it. Okay, all right, that's
Yeah.
style.
Somebody that
Yeah. It's when he's making excuses like, I picked up a stroller. How was I supposed to know it was in it?
Vile leadership is just this this anti-pyramid of like who's gonna be the shield next. Who's the latest fuck up to be the shield?
the guy who survives being the ammunition give him a raise.
Well, with vile leadership, you're supposed to like punish and kill your followers. Yeah. Okay. Anyways,
probably not one per round. You probably have to space yourself.
All right, so it looks like your chatter turns into morning. Feel free to recuperate your spells. As it's now been a couple of days of chaos. The fight happened. You guys slept late, and then you did a thing, and then you spent another night. So yeah, the chaos has been raging for a couple of days in the Southwall District.
Well, let's take advantage before it calms down.
This would have been a good time to go knock over the jewelry store. For instance. Just a thought.
How long has it been?
Have
they restocked yet?
Is there new management?
Slake at some point just basically sits up, like it kind of very abruptly sits up. I was on the floor.
Yeah, you tripped, so we put a blanket on you. How you feeling?
What's the plan?
We know where they are, and don't get scared.
Yeah.
Oh, no. They can kill you by making you scared.
The fuck? How?
They get into your head.
Spooks.
Guess with what? Guess. Take one guess. I'll give you one guess. With what?
It's fucking magic, isn't it?
Oh, you're so good at this game.
Fucking hate magic. Could you imagine a world without any magic? It would be the best place ever.
I don't think it would.
Yeah, then it would be the strong that get to win everything, not just some eggheady wizard type who's kind of poking
Society run by barbarians seems, I don't know. What about art or books?
You can write a book and make a piece of art without magic. Dee Dee does it all the time.
Yeah, but sometimes I like take inspiration from magic.
Shut up, Dee Dee.
But not if people keep punching you and taking your stuff, because they're men who like to be strong.
I'd be a god there.
Sonny agrees. Yep.
All right, so which magic creature needs its face pushed in now?
I'd be one Mr. Jitters.
Bogeyman.
Maybe your bogeyman ain't mine.
So, how fully does Sonny understand Slake's nature
Condition?
by now?
It's been changing. So, what question do you have?
So I believe he is still affected by mind affecting.
Slake is still affected by mind affecting, yes.
And I believe he's affected by fear.
Yes.
And I believe he's affected by emotion.
Yes.
So, Buddy Boy better watch his buddy butthole.
This is Slake's protection against that power.
He can put up SR. Like, he can put a field up for the day.
Okay.
Although his
And
SR
if it's
isn't very
actually a spell.
his SR isn't very high.
Well, and if it's actually whether it's a spell or an ability will depend whether or not SR works, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
I think SR still applies for spell-like abilities.
yes, but if
it's supernatural, then you're.
It'd be like
Yes, if it's a supernatural, then you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Slake's just waving it off. You're warning him enough that he will put up his SR for the day. Like,
so here, in all honesty, if he can't make the fort save, nobody's making the fort save.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Not raging Slake is a plus 19 fort save because he's got like 4 warrior classes, barbarian
Yeah.
brawler mutagenic forsaker juggernaut. Kept on all giving him +2 at that first level, so his fort save's pretty good.
Yeah.
We'll be all right.
All right. Remember, it's only magic, but this magic is just the realization of your internal fears brought manifest, and it's just an illusion that can kill you, but it's just an illusion.
If it's an illusion, it shouldn't be able to kill you, though, should it?
It's that funny in between where when you're talking about phantasms, they're quasi-real.
Oh, like when I say I didn't do it, but it's in my pocket, right?
That would be a quasi-truth. That is a different form of quasi.
It's the same thing. So I
I'm pretty
don't
sure
steal
that's just
nothing.
an untruth.
Shut up!
I think the quasi-truth is, I think it's in his pocket. And it might not be in his pocket, but it's usually in his pocket. So that's a quasi-truth.
All right, point the way. Oh, dwarven resistance +2 if it's a spell or a spell ability. So
There you
+20.
He shouldn't die.
It shouldn't happen unless he rolls a 1, probably.
He's going to be taking lots of damage.
Do you know what the DCs are now?
Well,
No, we don't.
Mark knows. He created the.
Yeah.
Mark better. Just
So Marty, what you're saying, it's Mark's fault no matter what happens.
Yep.
This is not my fault.
So what's interesting is when you start, because if you have monsters as well as class levels, you can start to stack up some interesting like ability focus, spell
Yeah,
focus,
it's broken.
to start getting your DCs extra stupid, extra plus cooked.
With the right feats, you can kill everyone.
No, just most of them. All right. I think. So do we know where we're going?
Yeah, we're going to the graveyard, and it was the Whistly Leaf Lane. 1,000 Dead Leaf Gully. 100. The leaves are always dying, and they're.
Guess not.
Yeah, the lane of autumn leaves or the falling. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. What's it called though?
Yeah, that one.
Falling leaf lane.
No, the gardeners hate that place.
Yeah, I guess the sweepers probably do too.
Yeah, but the dog walkers, they put that
Hey.
big shit everywhere.
Why do Fae hang out there?
Because
Because of a natural love of cemeteries? I don't.
Mulberry was about to say something, but he closed his mouth and didn't. Capra notices that.
should I know why they don't want to be there?
Capra's gonna just do the sideways talk thing.
Should there something you should know?
he raises his hand to his mouth. He's like, "This is the politics that we should try not to be involved in. The politics of the seasons."
It's the autumn leaf place, and we're just gonna collect the bodies.
Oh, they must be. Wait, if spring
We're
is
just gonna
good,
collect
then
the bodies.
oh, autumn's gonna be creepy, isn't it?
It's spring, or was it winter?
Oh,
season is it
we
currently?
just went into winter.
So autumn is next. No, autumn is last. Spring is next.
Aren't you a fucking druid?
Did you get your seasons mixed up again, Sonny? Senior moment.
Yes.
I know they go by so quickly, but jeez.
Aye, when you get that old, I guess.
All right. Dee Dee, or who do we have enough castings
Oh,
of remove fear?
Yeah.
cover the lot.
What's the
Should I be preparing some?
remove fear is one per.
What spells would I be getting?
Do you have items that boost your will?
Mm,
I can give him a divine. Now,
Okay. Capra gets. It's at 8. You get 3, right?
Yep.
So Capra also has remove fear, so he can do it, and then Sunny normally has 1 prepared. He can prepare more, obviously, and he gets 3 with his.
Okay, so Dee Dee is going to end up casting it on Dugan. We'll just make sure that you said Capra can cast 1.
Capra can cast a bunch.
Dee Dee doesn't want to burn through all of her first level bard
This
spells.
is so. This is where here. Big poo poo head, so he doesn't need 1.
Yeah, let's say Capra got Agony. And then we've got...
Well, this is the thing where I think we do. That's 1 casting. That's 2 castings. So here, we'll go like this. Sunny will do 2 castings, Capra will do 1 casting, and Dee Dee does no castings. She keeps all of her spells.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. And I will... We're just going to not have a Bane prepared today because remove fear way more important.
A little bit, yeah.
Remove fear lasts for 10 minutes. When are you guys casting this? Are you guys heading out or?
Yeah, we're gonna head out. We're gonna basically
describe how you're moving through the city.
Okay.
those are nuts
First,
hanging out.
the hour per levels are being cast. Is it major armor is being cast before leaving the hidey hole? And then it is.
Okay, I'm going to center you on a map. You're not quite at the lane yet, but...
Okay. I'm just grabbing the... We need to get to... So we have to go 2 west from where we are. We didn't do any exploration of sewers in Cryptgarden, so I think we're going to follow the... We're going to go above ground.
Okay.
And so we'll take the sewers to the edge of Old Stacks. And then I think we're going to just move over to the Cryptgarden and like that wall that we're using to watch there from the Old Stacks, the northwest corner.
Got it.
We could waggle our units around in the flour mill a little bit just to see if anybody still wants to play, but I'm pretty sure they don't want to play there anymore.
All right, you guys are able to retrace your steps to the time that you broke into the Cryptgarden before. You get to the wall, you easily climb over the wall, you enter into the Cryptgarden area. I need a knowledge local or a knowledge geography will also work. Probably knowledge local.
Okay, but knowledge local.
To see if you know where the weirdly named lane is.
It's not a great.
The lane of eternal autumn, or 1001 leaves, or the rustling leaves. Like, there's probably so many names for it because it's.
Nah, I got a 12.
Okay, my local is +9. So can you aid, or you already rolled?
I already rolled. Sorry.
This is a super pretty map.
30.
Okay, Dugan thinks it's one way, and Desaad thinks it's another.
Dugan, do you know where it is?
Of course they know. It's over this way.
It's a corner between Street 1 and Street 2. The other corner is between Street 5 and 6. There are 3 hobos that I know because I used to live with them.
Stop. You keep saying all these numbers. It's not fucking math. It's over there.
Street 3 is in the right corner of the map.
Who's the leader? This guy. And I'm leading us this way. So we're going to be late.
Okay. So
Really?
you spend a couple of hours wandering around the massive city-sized graveyard.
Okay. Do any of the
Uh,
mummers?
No, I rolled twice already for encounters. The chaos doesn't seem to have come to the graveyard, although there might have been some signs of people breaking into some crypts or tombs. But the activity has passed. It's actually rather quiet here. From your vantage point, because the graveyard's kind of up a hill a little bit. While you were looking around, in fact, Dugan and a few others managed to sit on top of a mausoleum, like kind of get on top of a mausoleum using a ladder just to have a look around just to get your bearings. And you could see slipping into the bay are a number of ships. Imperial ships. There are 3 Imperial galleons that are surrounding a low-hanging, like floating iron thing. Like it's a ship that you've never quite seen before, but they seem to be broadsiding, like showing their broad face to the Southwall District.
What the fuck?
Do any of you have knowledge, sailor, profession sailor, or any sort of military history or anything like that?
Nope. This
All right.
is not that party.
So you're like, hey, look at the pretty ships. They're all in a line.
Yep.
Apparently the backup got here. 'Cause
Cog has it.
Cog has a military background.
Yeah, give me a second. Profession Desaad is profession soldier,
Nice. Give me a roll.
and Cog has plus. Come on. God, these seats are huge. No, just Desaad. So plus 6. 8.
The pretty ships.
Yeah, 8. The harbor of Foundry is a major port. There are ships that come and go all the time, including military ships.
Nothing to be frightened of. This is very normal.
You don't know what that iron thing is, but it looks pretty stupid, so it's not really a concern.
I will learn how to use it.
I have a feeling that it might not be stupid. Just call this the meta.
It looks like a big slow turtle. Like it's
a big dumb.
Yeah,
Look at the big.
it's
It's a big dumb.
it might even be on fire. It might be a boat that's upside down. You think like weird.
They fucked that one up. Look at that.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't even know what they're doing.
All right, you kind of like you went up there like, hey, there's ships, and you're now looking around to see where you're going. Dugan, at this point you realize you're kind of making no progress. Like you're lost. Like you don't know where this place is.
It is over there. You see the blowing leaves in the city.
It's just a thing they say. It's not true.
Oh, it's true.
But it's possible that they screwed up just like you did, so they might be whether you think they are. You're welcome.
It is early winter, so most of the trees have turned. A lot of them have lost their leaves already, but you do see that that Desaad is pointing to a clump of trees that are orangey red and that still seem to have their leaves on them. You're about a half an hour walk from that area, so.
Let's go see if they made the same mistake as Desaad.
Never get to thank you. Bullshit.
It goes supreme.
Okay, you got lost enough that you didn't like it's right over there. Like you didn't fail so badly that you like cast all of your spells running into a courtyard where that wasn't the place you were going
I
to.
wouldn't have cast anything. Like,
Yeah,
nope.
you just delayed a little bit. All right, so yeah, you can just see some treetops. It's like a small park. There are a lot of mausoleums and really older structures that are there. You can't see anything of importance from your vantage point here.
So since we can rebuff the remove fears 3 times today by my calculation, if we wanted to, I think we're going to basically like we're at the we're at the edge of this region.
Yeah, you're a 20 to 30 minute walk away from where Desaad is pointing. Maybe
Okay.
a 5-minute fly. Like
Okay. So when we get to, well, actually,
So why don't we scooch up there a little bit closer, and then you just figure out exactly where it is, and then we can organize. The red cap's probably the easiest thing to find. Just be, you lead the way.
oh, Mulberry's not here. He stayed back at the.
oh yeah, he's definitely not here. He's doing the other half of this.
Yeah, he's one of Dirthorn is one of the guises of Desaad.
Yeah, he's here somewhere. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, I'm just putting my
Stack of identities.
I'm putting the spells up on him, the ones that are would be running.
You're gonna fly ahead and kind of scout.
Okay, how far ahead? Your party needs to pick their way through the maze of graveyards and mausoleums and parks and.
If that's the case, he doesn't have to go that far ahead. He'll go like 150 feet, so 2 rounds.
Okay, how close to the area are you starting to cast spells?
Let's say a minute out.
Yeah, I think at this point, Agony is going to cast a Mage Armor, a Sea Invis.
Let's go with 5 minutes out. We'll cast spells.
Okay.
Because a minute out.
I'm gonna have to get cast as he moves.
That's pretty close, yeah.
Yep. 5 minutes out.
Do you guys hear something? It's
I'm going 5 minutes out, and I'm casting my 10-minute per levels plus remove fears.
Okay. Add them to your tokens, please.
Yep.
Okay, so that's right before we get to wherever they are, I'm casting Desaad's casting Divine Favor.
Okay.
Divine Favor is a minute.
1 minute.
So that is a combat spell. So
yeah, like it literally only. It's not a minute per level. It's 1 minute.
You don't know where they are, so we're rolling perception checks unless you're scouting to get that spell off in the way that you said.
Yeah.
Communal delay poison.
That's a good one. Especially for poison.
No one says no to that spell. Even if you don't know what you're coming up against.
1 hour divided in 1 hour increments. So Dee Dee can get 6 people. Dugan, herself. Sunny, are you immune to poison because of Druid or no?
Not yet.
Sunny. Desaad's also kind of weak.
Yeah, he's a target too. Great. Let's give him that.
Do you have heroism on
Cog?
He's got heroism.
Okay.
And then who's the, I guess, Capra, because Fae stick together.
Okay, that's that. Let's set these guys up properly. Mm-hmm.
If you guys can add communal delay poison to your lists, that would be great.
Nice. For sure.
Go.
Is there a remove fear on these things?
Everybody's got to remove fear.
Okay.
So put your remove fears down.
So that's going to give what? Plus...
It's a +4 morale bonus that doesn't stack with your with a bunch of things, but it's a +4 morale
It's a
bonus.
morale bonus?
Saves versus fear.
So it's not going to stack with Bard Song. Just
It won't stack with Bard Song, and Bard Song doesn't stack with heroism, but you get +4 save versus fear.
morale.
Don't poop yourself to death. That's what it's
Save
for.
Fear. Okay, so that's the one that doesn't stack with divine favor. So the divine favor is kind of just for fighting. Okay, it's not a problem if I don't get it off. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Thanks.
I'm gonna go with Barkskin. And we're going to throw a...
Heroism's +2 at this level? Let's see.
We're going to do an abundant ammunition because, like, yeah.
Oh, it's heroism. Divine favor. It doesn't stack with heroism. Did we drink the potion? The hero's feast?
The Hero's Feast doesn't stack with Remove Fear.
okay.
Yeah, sorry.
The Hero's Feast does a bunch of things. One of the things is gives you the effect of a Remove Fear.
Yeah, DD spells don't last long enough when we're doing this 5 minutes out, because she's only a 6th level caster, so she doesn't really have much that she casts beyond the delay communal delay poison, and then Agony, Mage Armor, See Invis.
Is there any element that we're expecting?
It's a good question. I have the spell, but I didn't know what to choose.
Should I drink this potion yet? It's the one that makes you have like fake armor.
Mage Armor?
He just kind of shrugs.
Mage Armor should be drunk now, if that is what it is.
What about this strength one?
Wait until you.
No, that one later.
Oh.
Doesn't last very long.
He just nods, puts it away, drinks the mage armor.
Sunny, you know that the element associated with autumn would be acid. Like if you wanted to take the seasons and apply the traditional element to all of them, cold is winter, fire is summer, electricity is spring, acid would be...
Classically, it would be acid.
Okay.
Hopefully there's...
Okay. Agony will...
Now he's thinking to himself, acidic pit is pretty bad.
Alright, Agony will cast a resist energy acid on himself using one of his sorcerer spells.
Sunny will keep his for just in case. He'll use it reactively. Okay. I think we are laboofed.
So am I muted or not? Hold on. All right. The Cat's Grace, both strength and Bear's Endurance are minutes per level, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So you probably don't want to drink those right now.
There's a scroll.
Agony will take out a femur bone and cast Defending Bone, which lasts for an hour per level. That's cool.
It's a femur.
Okay, we'll do that one first. Remove fear. This can go up here. Okay.
And I think we're getting close, so Sunny is going to turn into a bat.
Your battle form.
my battle form.
Nice.
Battle.
I'm putting anything that could be useful from his list, because if I die with stuff on my
okay, you can tell that you're getting closer to this lane as you're as you could see dry leaves kind of stamped into the laneways, rustling in the wind, kind of emanating from the place, perhaps about 200-300 yards out. Are you guys just gonna march like a boss into this area, or are you going to...
I think some of us at least will be stealthy.
Capra will be sneaking in.
Okay.
So I
There's
think
no-
so. Flying sneaky,
Yeah.
sneaky,
There's no
sneaky,
need for an archer with wings to be hitting from the ground.
sneaky, sneaky. Less sneaky, less sneaky.
Yeah, just marching
this-
in, right?
I think this is. I think that if the ruse is that whoever form Desada's taking, is probably
I was trying to get the right one.
is with the loud group because that would be the most.
Okay. So there's a loud group that's hanging back a little bit, or is walking forward as the sneaking flyers are able to zip forward a little bit. How many rounds ahead of the other party are you staying?
I think 3 feels
Okay.
like a nice number.
Mhm.
So it's
Not
like
too
it's
bad.
it's like 200 to 300 feet away, kind of thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So Dugan Schmurf, Didi, Capra, and Sunny in bat form begin to fly and kind of sneak along rooftops, and you do see this beautiful lane. It is clustered with trees that whose leaves have turned into in a range of colors from yellow to deep reds. Some of the vines that cover the trees have also turned. A lot of the leaves have fallen, but a lot of them are still clinging to the trees themselves. You see an assortment of tombstones, mausoleums, public ossuaries, and other buildings, perhaps cenotaphs. You'd have to get closer to read what specifically they are. But anyone who is Fey in that little group, which is 3 out of the 4, do sense a you've felt this before. This place is special. Sunny gets a different feeling from it. Sunny, with your spellcraft, you think this may be a confluence of ley lines. For those that went on the adventure to murder the Spring Fae, a similar feeling of magic happened there as well.
Okay.
In fact, you see a very similar statue that is up on a ledge of some sort of angel-like being, looking down upon the lane.
Don't you judge me.
If you recall, those statues turned into outsiders, which then, tried to pepper you with
Fuck us up.
arrows. For those that are around here, that is called the Angel of the Autumn Harvest.
I'll have a think about the Angel of the Autumn Harvest.
Sure.
I'm assuming it's nature. Might be outside plains. 23.
It is a. It looks very similar to the angel that you fought before. In fact, it's not an angel; it's an Azada, which is a chaotic and good type of outsider.
Does it got any weapons on it?
It is holding what looks like a cornucopia in its hands, like it's reaching into the cornucopia.
Can't give us any fruit.
I'm pretty certain it's going to just hurl fruit at us.
Of course, if the statue turns into the creature, it may then start to draw.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Pulls his giant sword out of the
Out of the cornucopia.
It seems, from a thematic point of view, much more sad than the other one. The other one was exuberant and full of energy and almost like ready to attack. This one looks more like it's fitting for a graveyard. It's
got black nail polish eyeliner for the face. All right. I think we're gonna cast. Now that we're close-ish, I'm gonna. We're contemplating casting a arcane sight. Now that we're actually at the statue, we're gonna cast the arcane sight because this probably means that we're in the right spot.
Is this when we would cast our minute per levels?
Well, when you get here, yes, but you're 3 rounds away, so you wouldn't know. And we didn't cast any message or communication spells because we're dum-dums. Because we are dum-dums. Yep. My wizard cleric druid doesn't prepare message. That's what makes him a dum-dum.
Can we see where you guys are? That's invisibility on a bunch of us.
You think this thing is a Berlani?
Okay.
I was searching for the name of
the type of Vizada.
Yeah. They are like big elven. Well, actually, medium-sized elven creatures. The statue is large for some reason.
Maybe it's a big one.
Yep.
Or maybe it's like 4 of them. They're just standing on each other's shoulders or whatever, turned into a statue.
Yeah, so we'll say that you guys snuck and you're like observing for a bit, and
Yep.
the other party's 2 rounds away. The other part of the party at this point. Sunny, Dugan.
Oh.
Sunny and Dugan can hear the jingling of bells a little bit further down, and it sounds like they're kind of inside of these buildings.
How long does telepathy last?
I believe minutes.
How much minutes?
Kind of like
minutes. 11 minutes.
the jingling of like bells on hats or clothing.
The gnomes are here. The elves, Santa's elves are here.
Santa's elves, yes.
Kate, let's. I think we're going to try to position ourselves a little bit closer to see if we can get an angle on the sound.
Okay. So Dugan and Capper heard that. So Capper moves up to this big
Dugan will follow.
vine. Dugan follows, and I guess Dee Dee is flying towards the statue.
She's so pretty.
Sonny's going to go there, but he's got like. He's doing the bat dance of warning, but
Can you see Dee Dee?
yes, I can.
Okay, so at least you could buzz by her face and let her know that something's going on.
What is it? You're not looking like a bat. People will know.
That actually grab her face and go.
Just latch onto her ears. All right, 1 round away. You guys are basically on the map at this distance, and you can see the big lane of autumn leaves. Might be hard to sneak along the ground in this place with the rustling, but everyone who's in the forward group now hears the jingling of bells and like some muttering voices, like
Sylvan voices.
Yep.
Dugan
Sylvan voices.
All right,
Yep.
the others. Whoa. Dugan will rush back and let the others. They're just up ahead. Get ready.
Oh, let me pull my scrolls out here. Got like 4 scrolls.
Capper's gonna cast a gravity burn.
Okay, so
He's a little close.
casting.
Let us know how many rounds we have, please.
So yeah, it depends what people are doing. So Dee Dee is just waiting. Sunny. Nah, Dee Dee will put up a shield spell now that you guys are close.
Sunny is going to cast a arcane sight. He's looking at the fucking statue of like, oh my god.
Oh yeah, there is conjuration magic coming from this statue.
Did we have to? We had to transgress for it to do a thing last time. Does it look like it's protecting something around it?
It looks like it's like spreading or like trying to like give stuff from the cornucopia.
So scary. We're too close. Oh, we're staring down the barrel. Oh my god.
Okay, Capra, what are you doing this round?
I guess Capra's kind of the closest to that.
You said gravity bow.
Yeah, I think he's gonna cast gravity bow.
Okay, Dugan, what are you doing? You flew back. You said something, and then you could take your actions.
He's gonna fly back next to Capra.
Okay.
Quietly.
Slake is just moving forward. He's gonna just take a single move forward, take out his tower shield, and wait.
Amadeus drinks his
Agony gives you a nod. Like now's the time, buddy.
He drinks his potion and he'll stand with Slake. Just not right directly next to him.
Drinking potions full round?
Oh, it is a full round now.
If he had it in his hand and was ready to do it, it'd be 2 actions.
Okay. You had plenty of time to do that. Agony likes to put up his defensive spells, so I think the first defensive spell is Shield.
As this goes on, like for a few seconds, Amadeus looks at Slake. You may have a point.
Magic is dumb.
Slake gives you a nod, like, yeah. he's happy to have people on his side. He doesn't especially like Amadeus' personality, but the two of them do sure get things done in combat.
If Red Circus ever goes, like, when that's back on, we're going to gate Slake to the arena and win all of the non-magical duels.
Right.
We'll put him in the no magic league.
Cog, what are you doing this round?
Drinking, pulling out a potion.
Okay. And just staying there?
Yeah.
Nighthorn, what are you doing this round?
Nighthorn is reading a scroll.
Which scroll?
So I have the heroism scroll, right? The telepathy scroll, right?
Yeah, it's a caster level 11 scroll.
Yeah, I cast that one.
Okay, make a roll a
Do I have
d20
to?
and add your caster level, and the DC is 12.
Okay.
And his caster level, his character level for this?
No, it would be his sorcerer level.
But he can cast... Can't he just cast scrolls because he's a doppelganger?
I think the doppelganger power.
The doppelganger power allows him to just do this, even if it wasn't on his class list. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yes, you can cast it like a doppelganger, which means it's your character level, not your caster level.
Right. Okay, cool.
D20 plus 8, you're trying to hit 12.
You can easily cast allocation. No, that's not the one. I thought there was something that gives me a bonus, even to, like a higher bonus than my character level. Inspirational hit dice. Okay, that's fine. Plus 8. D20 plus 8. All this for naught. Too many pages. I usually have 2 laptops here. Oh, there we go. Whew.
Okay, so you are able to cast the telepathy scroll.
You can now talk to people in their heads.
And there is
we shouldn't have gave him this power.
a mild buzzing in your head, and you know you can project your thoughts towards people.
Cool.
I had a
Oh,
player
it's so good.
who would frequently cast this and then spam.
Cat,
Like,
cat, cat, cat,
he would,
cat, cat.
he literally he would spam cats. He would just say cats repeatedly.
Yeah, Mike.
To be annoying.
An early incarnation of Avon did something similar. Gaslighting people with telepathy. Funny. Okay. Let's see if the people inside the building